Yeah, the game-winning fight can be at 23 minutes. I mean, it can even be earlier than that. So it's hard to survive. Okay. Neither team's doing anything level 1. Sometimes I wonder if like teams are just because like in scrims you want the standard fan so you can have like practice in your matchups, quote unquote. That's like generally the excuse people use is I don't want to blow his flash or I don't want to do anything crazy. I just want to know how the matchup goes, and then you get into this habit of like not actually doing anything level 1. But like every single time LCS goes international, the game is sometimes won and lost, like not sometimes, very often won and lost off of level 1. And like we had this problem at Worlds actually where like Chinese teams and Korean teams would just completely blow the game open at level 1 just by doing basic stuff, invading, split mapping, blowing someone's flash, and spam ganking them. It's like it is a shame that like there are not more level 1s in LCS because you can just get free advantages. Like there's almost no advantage in fanning if you have the stronger level 1. You can sweep wards and get XP. I know Soren used to get super triggered because their mid laner would always get a swept ward at level 1, and he's like, why can't we do that? And it's like, oh, because our champions are worse at level 1, so if we fight them over the ward, we might get wiped. And it's okay, so the stronger team gets to like sweep ward at level 1, and also the stronger team gets their mid laner to hit level 2 on the first wave, which actually influences the matchup a ton, apparently. Like, depending on the matchup, obviously, right? I really like that FBI is playing MF, actually. I think the MF matchup versus Aphelios is very... It's just useful to have MF against Aphelios, in my opinion. The video is actually at max quality right now, believe it or not. And the game volume is maxed, so... I don't actually know why this stream is so quiet. I'll try to... I don't know. This is actually so strange. The quality is low.
Do you think a carry player like Someday should be on Gragas?
Carry play like Someday should be on Grags. Grags can totally carry games, dude. I hate when people think that. It's like such an outdated mentality that like tanks don't carry games. Tanks carry games a lot more than fucking carries carry games. It's like you can carry on Gragas early game way harder than you can carry on Camille. Tanks are super strong early. And then obviously if the game goes like super late and you're playing like Camille or Wukong, that champion is actually really broken. But like you can carry really hard playing tanky champs. Also, is Someday really notorious for playing carries? I don't feel like he is. Fudge is about to take a big one right there. Anyways, Gragas is a really strong champ right now. Pricks no mana. Yo, here comes the dive on top from 100 Thieves. So Fudge, he needs to leave, or he's gonna get Blabber killed if he doesn't leave. Fudge is dead. Fudge decided to stay on turret. Maybe Pricks will actually TP, but I don't think it's good. I don't think Pricks are TP. He's just gonna die too. Oh no. Oh. Oh no way. Demonte choked that. Demonte choked that, dude. Wow. I guess it was good. It was a good TP, but like Demonte's E went the wrong direction. Wow. I don't think Olaf should have started tanking, and Demonte missed his E on a rooted or taunted target there. It actually was a good TP by Perks, obviously. You don't know how the fight's gonna go, and he ended up shielding him to help him live, so it's good. It was really really close. I like the attempt by 100 Thieves, and I like the counter by C9. That Blabber like trailed that gank and ended up showing up like perfectly on time. That was like really smart from both teams. And the only misplay is just mechanically. It's kind of like that high level back and forth of like, even if they trade 1-for-1, if like Demonte dies there and he TP's back mid and they trade 1-for-1, it's totally fine because he got Perks TP and he gets the first push and move bot again. And that's like all that C9 could do is like have their mid laner base and TP to defend the dive. So it was like good play. I like to see that. Because like Demonte walked and Perks TP'd, so it's still worth it for Demonte to trade 1-for-1. And then obviously Perks has to TP. Maybe the big 5-head play there was to like bait the TP and not dive. Then Demonte can just go back mid and try again, and Perks won't have TP to defend the dive the second time. Demonte TP'd earlier. Oh. Well, that's not that good. Blabber actually has been activated. I think he's supposed to be pretty behind. And 100 Thieves gets dragged, but it's not that amazing. These kind of lane positions are scary for 100 Thieves. I wonder if Sven really likes Conquer that much, or if he's like tried PTA, because whenever I play Conquer, I feel like PTA was probably just a little bit better. Just the overall damage that it does and the ramping that it gives you is like pretty strong. Oh wow, they're going ape right there. Who is he? Hook, who he... Not that much damage. Maybe Flay would have been good. Here's another roam timing for Demonte. Can he use it to do anything? It looks like Blabber's covering top. Yeah, looks like Blabber's covering top. Oh, if Demonte... Yeah, he can't really do much here. If he overcommitted there, he might actually get caught. Ooh. Oh, some daddy. Okay, flash, one shot Perks, goodbye. So disrespectful for him to play like that. He had a ward as well. Wait, guys, that was insane. Did you see? Perks has a ward in right line bush and he still dies. What? Wow. This guy's just getting bullied, man. Flashy ult one shot. Flashy ult one shot. Oh my god, Fudge, man. You just have to ult early, dude. You just have to ult early for the HP, man. That's not reactable by like... That's just not reactable, period. When Someday presses W, you should know what he's going for, right? You have to know what he's going for there. That was well played by Someday. I would like to have seen Fudge realize, okay, he's pressing W in my face. He has flash ult up. I have to ult early. There's no way you're going to react. Actually crazy that Perks dies here with the ward on the right side, dude. Sag for him. Dude, getting solo dove like this. Fudge should be able to react here. Ult! Oh, so he should just ult there to make Someday like take a little bit more tower damage. He has the mana. Like I said here, he's pressing W. You have to just ult. Just ult. Oh. Well played, I guess, by Someday. Top is really behind. I feel like Lulu can just do Lulu things though, even though she's really behind. Why doesn't someday push the wave? He might die to jungle. He doesn't see jungle. Ooh, who he's looking right here. He has flash, right? No, he doesn't. He has hex flash only. No, it's not gonna work. So Close is looking for a way to use Herald. He's like positioning bot. He should just do the ping pong between mid and bot. It's a pretty common strat for Herald. So after you full clear with Herald, you sit between the two lanes and you bounce between the waves. So like here, he looked bot on that wave. It didn't work. Someday's totally fine. He's never gonna die here, man. Oh, he is gonna die. Oh my god. Wow. That was amazing. Blabber fucking flashed into him for the knockup. Okay, I changed my mind, guys. He's totally dead. Great play. No wonder they put Fudge on Lulu duty, man. Good play by them. Kindred damage, yeah, it's high, and he didn't even have his first item completed then. So actually, he's like super big right now. You know, one thing that is like I always find is like super smart by some bot lanes is like this. Look at this. I'll show you. When Sven actually taught like most LCS AD carries how to do this. This is like something that I think must be so basic for EU AD carries. But like the map is split here. Okay, Sven. Think from Sven and Vulcan's perspective. Sven, one of the smartest people to play around waves in LCS. He's getting fucked here, okay? He's getting split mapped on with Herald. A lot of AD carries would just sit here and soak XP. Definitely the wrong move. He just instantly bases and gets one base out of the enemy AD carry. So at this point, FBI, he's going to get a shit ton of gold, and FBI wants to spend it, and Sven is already off his base. He doesn't just like go AFK, right? He's always like doing something. And so here, he has tempo. I already knew it was going to happen. He has tempo, even though he got fucked here. On the reverse, when FBI bases with that shit ton of gold, Sven and Vulcan have already got off resets, so they have like one timing to do something. That could be drag, that could be like pushing out the wave and getting wards, but they are actually ahead even though they got split mapped on. It's really smart, and it's something that Sven and Vulcan are really good at doing, which is like taking it up the ass, but like really, my stream froze. But like just taking it up the ass with like just perfect base timings, perfect wave management. They can always make something happen. It's really good by them. When I played against Sven and Mithy, they were so good at doing these kind of things, and they made the game really hard for us to win because like it felt like we would send so many resources their way, but they would still be impactful. Couldn't they have just done drag anyways? No. Because if Sven stays there and catches the wave, he doesn't pressure the enemy to carry to base. Because like he already got his base off, FBI feels pressured to get his off as well.
Imagine being Fudge talking huge smack about else tops and then being on Lulu duty Lamau.
Yeah, I mean he's on Lulu duty and he got solo killed, which kind of blows. Yeah, I would like to see 100 Thieves definitely ban Kindred actually. Because Blabber's really good at it, and oh, he just sold his tier 2 boots. Oh, he bought it again. Okay. Interesting. 2 Kraken Slayers, yeah, big damage. Bredrick, thanks for the 22 months. I like that some days are going damage because being a meatball is not that useful against a full shield comp. What you want against like a ball comp, this is like, and on Seals you would call this a ball comp, not because of Ori, but because the entire team is just ARAM, so you just ball up. I mean, Orianna like fits into the name really well too, but you call this a ball comp because it's just a 5-man stack ARAM. No one can split. There's no flanking involved. There's just 5-man sit in one area, not like tightly stacked so you get womboed, but like loosely stacked in a ball. And what is really good against that is having like big AoE burst. Because like you're gonna have like way, they're not gonna stack in one spot to get 5-man Gragas ultied, but there's a higher chance you're gonna get a fat Gragas ulti against a comp like this. So that's why it's really good to go full damage. Like big AoE damage wombo combo kind of beats this comp. I feel like if someday Demonte get like a crazy engage off, it's gonna make this comp look really useless on the right. It's Unite's comp. Haunter was so underrated and so good. Haunter was not underrated, man. Everyone thought Haunter was the best because he was. At the time TSM was in their peak, Haunter was so underrated and so good. His Gnar was unparalleled. He played tanks at a top level. Did anyone actually underrate Haunter? Weird. I don't think you need to read history, man. Haunter was a good player who was recognized for being really good. Feels bad to be Olaf. Yeah, he's gonna get kited for sure.
Why do else teams refuse to ban champions? Certain players are
Pride.
really comfortable on just
Pride.
because they're not meta.
1,000,000% pride. It's like when you admit dude, I've been on so many teams. So many arguments about oh, it's like here's the logic. Well, I don't want to ban Kindred. I'm not saying this is for sure what happens with Closer, but this is like something that could happen on any team. I don't want to ban Kindred because I don't think the champion is good. And if it was good, I would play it. And then everyone on the team is like, well, like maybe it's not actually that good, but he's really good at it. And he's like, you guys think Kindred is OP? Like, I could totally shit on his Kindred. Like that happens so much. Ooh. Fudge is face checking and taking an absolute fuck ton of damage and ruined his team's positioning. Now they get flanked in one shot. Dude, I swear to God, I would rather have a cannon minion on my team than Fudge. At least the cannon minion will push lane. That was disturbing stuff, man. He literally walks up to the enemy team 1v5, ruins his team's positioning, takes the lantern to do absolutely nothing except for survive, and then his team gets flanked by Galio. Amazing stuff. I mean, you're fucking Lulu, bro. Just buff up Kindred, that's your job. You don't have to do anything. Infernus, thanks to the Prime. Oh yeah, my cursor. WST Hody, thanks for the sub. Sven is fine. A little cocky that he was playing like that, to be honest. He could have had a blown splash if someday wanted ult.
Didn't ban your Lucian was because of pride back in 2016.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Was the champ just underrated and you were
Fudge
really
walks up to
strong
put
on
that
him?
pink there and his team just gets fucked. Yeah. Like I said, the ball comp stays as a loose ball. But if one person, like, kind of breaks the formation, the whole team gets fucked. Because the whole purpose of the comp that C9's running is that they peel for each other. Right? The whole purpose is that the enemy team goes in, and whoever is not CC'd is getting peeled for. So that the Thresh Lantern, Fudge's Lulu ulti, was really important to disengage like Galio's flank. But because like he had to use both those instantly, and like 2 or 3 people were like preoccupied with that, then the other 2 people just get caught on the right. So you have to like play this ball comp really well, and you have to disengage the Wombo from 100 Thieves. Because if they get like a multiple like man taunt like that, and it's just a perfect CC chain, well, your comp looks like shit. It looks like, oh wow, why didn't we have frontline, guys? We need a tank. But you could totally win with no frontline if you just play the formation really well. No one steps too far forward, and you kind of like inch your pressure more and more forward until the enemy team like goes for an engage at a weird angle, and it's just not going to be a perfect CC chain, and then everyone can flash out and clean up. So that's really good. Yeah, yeah, like I guess my Lucian in 2016, I played it every single game and no one else was playing it, and so like I imagine in the draft discussions, people are saying like, well, if Lucian is so OP, why don't we just ban it? Or sorry, if Lucian is so OP, why don't we just play it? And then the AD carries on these teams, you know, they're saying like, "Oh, I don't think Lucian is that good, guys. Like, I could totally beat it. Like, it's like there's a reason I don't play it. The reason I don't play it is like X, Y, and Z. It's so fucking bad against this. It gets hard countered lane by this. Like, no, it like scales really bad. I'm gonna outscale him." And like, you kind of like lull your team into this like weird false sense of security where like they think that like, oh, it's just this pocket pick, but it's not actually that good. And it's like, just swallow your pride and realize that this player has played so many games of this champion that it doesn't matter if it's not actually that good. All that matters is that you're taking the enemy team's like strength and practice away. So yeah, I've always really like disliked that part about like draft meetings, which is like arguing about like banning comfort picks. Because like you don't always ban comfort picks, but there are certain comfort picks that I think you should totally take away. Seems like Blabber's Kindred, he's been playing well on it every game, and it seems like C9 is like drafting around it as well, so you're taking away like potential team comp of theirs. So yeah, Bjergsen Zillion, man. Why are people not banning that every single game? It's not because like they think Bjergsen is bad at Zillion. They like legitimately have like, I don't even know. They've like logicked themselves into this idea that it's not worth banning because it's not that good. That is like another good example for sure.
Could you move your cam to where LS and Dom have it? Between current selected champ and Hanzicon, the player cams are such a big part of the else experience.
Is it? There's no player cams, it's just pictures, guys.
Is Eclipse ever viable on MF? I swear it was up on preseason.
I think it's viable, yeah. How does C9 win there so outdrafted? Yeah, I agree. I mean, 100 Thieves could be trolling here. I don't really like this. Oh, good engage, good flank but on perks. He got 100-0 again without being able to use flash. Self-made Eve. We just forgot to ban it, guys. Legitimately, we just forgot. Like, our coach forgot to ban Lucian. And they would only play Eve with Lucian. So I definitely wanted to ban Evelyn. Maybe legitimately forgot to ban the champion. Whatever. Shit happens. Perks like can't really play the game, but like
Why
he's
do players like Hauntzer go from TSM back to Academy TSM? I think he's good enough to be in the top team. Are there any pros for being in an Academy team?
Hauntzer's, I think like a lot of it has to do with Hauntzer's market value is so high that it doesn't make any sense for him to settle for like a really low salary because he's been making so, you know, he's making like high salary as a high performing player for so many years. And the budget teams just can't afford to pay that salary, so they went with budget options, and they just don't have enough money. So it's just the way that it goes, I guess. It's just the way that the scene has progressed. Oh my god, dude! They're just finding engage after engage after engage. 100 Thieves can just run at C9 at this point. It's just, it all snowballed off of like a few early mistakes. Like it all snowballed off of that. Like I think, okay guys, here's what I think. Fudge should play a bruiser frontline champ like Gragas. Okay, like if anything, just put him on Gragas and have him hold his own in lane because Fudge needs to just be a meatball for his 4 good teammates. Sven just tanked that shit, dude. Sven is just tanking that shit, dude. Wow. Oh, good. Oh, it was like, oh, fucking Perkovic. That was a lot of damage, actually. Caught FBI without, well, he had flash, but. This is a game that is going to be decided in like 3 minutes by this soul. Oh wow, they're actually doing it without their AD carry alive. They're just doing it with just Kindred and shields. Actually, it's going to work. I think they get it before Olaf can get here. Oh, Demonte taunt everyone so they can't do damage. It's a 50-50. I give Closer the advantage here. Oh, Closer! Holy shit, and Blabber dies without ulting too? I can't tell if he has it, but it looks like he has it. Yo, I give Perks, I mean, like, obviously, guys. Olaf has the massive advantage in that smite fight right there. It was really good by Demonte to just, like, run in and taunt people off so Closer could get melee. Because if they just kept doing damage to Baron for, like, one more second, Closer would not be, like, in range to smite. Oh, wow, Blabber didn't have smite. What? And they get soul, yeah, it's looking pretty bad for them. I mean, they don't get it right now. It's in 2 minutes. They might end right here, though. I don't think they end. Perks is up in 5. Isn't it so troll for them to go like this? Wow, hoo-hee! Oh, and Someday bought a fucking Zanya's, man. Goddamn legend. I love that they didn't all go in at once, dude. I love that they all didn't all go in at once. Look at the ending right there. Look, I actually think that like the play here is amazing. Okay, look. So Demonte goes first. They have like multiple rounds of go, and then now finally Huhi goes. They don't all go in and get baited by stopwatch at the same time. It's like peel their defensives first, like playing around stopwatch. That's exactly what I like wanted to see. They know that the enemy team has like CDs, so it's like Demonte says, I'll go in first, get their CDs. He goes, right? They like fake disengage and then who he goes. It's just really good. It's really good communication. It's really good play. Because like if you all go at the same time and you're all getting kited at the same time, that's so bad. So how did these